Alright, what's going on, guys? gdoggcasey here with another StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm cast for you guys. This is going to be a ladder match between these two players. Let's go ahead and introduce the orange Terran player representing CT6. His name is Vespasian. He will be our hero for this matchup. And up in the top left corner of Coda, the purple Protoss player representing Team Grav, he is Poizon. Team Gravity. I do not know who this team is. Occasionally we're going to bump into ladder players who represent teams that I don't know. So if I mess up and if that person ends up watching this, then I do apologize for that. But we finally are going to be casting a Protoss player here. It's going to be pretty interesting. A TVP here. Vespasian is a notorious Terran player in the CTL for his ladder builds because he is always... he's basically an incredibly cheesy player, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. And on the ladder, these type of builds are going to be incredibly good because the ladder opponents that you face don't know how you play right from the start. For example, if Poizon was already part of the CTL and knew who Vespasian was, he might already have a mindset thinking like, okay, I gotta defend whatever Vespasian's gonna throw at me. So I really expect some early sort of aggression coming out of Vespasian here. But the question is, in what form will it take? Because there are so many different things you can do in the early game, and I'm pretty sure Vespasian has mastered all of them, so we're going to see here. So far, though, opening up nice and standard, getting a barracks and a gas geyser. This gateway here, positioned to block off this geyser, so pretty interesting. I mean, it's going to help against any sort of Reaper play, but I think that's really going to hinder your gas income. Maybe not. Maybe they'll be able to come around this way. We'll see. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting for things to develop here. So while we're waiting, I just want to say, guys, if you want me to cast your replays, make sure you send them to me at gdoggcasey, SC2 at gmail.com, and I'll definitely get around to them. As it stands right now, I have no reason not to cast any replays. I mentioned before, if they take part in any sort of, or if the replay is from any sort of tournament, like CT6 or like the CT6 Weekly or the CTL in general or CSL or anything like that, then I'm not going to cast it because I don't want to steal replays from other people. But if it's a ladder game or a custom match that you've had with your, your teammates or with someone from another team even, then those, by all means, I'm happy to cast. Cybercore going down. Poizon really looking around here for any sort of proxy shenanigans. I wonder if he actually does know who Vespasian is, because this type of scouting is definitely over the top in just a regular ladder match. So it's possible this might not even be a ladder match. It might be, a custom game of some sort. But Poizon looking all over the place trying to find those proxies. And actually, the proxy is over on this side of the map with a tech reactor here going down on this barracks. And oh my god, we're going to be seeing tons of Reapers. Double gas going down here. There's even an engineering bay coming down. Double Reaper production out of this barracks. Going to continue for quite a while. I wonder if we're going to see the same thing over here. There's going to be a ton of Reapers. Now, I'm not too sure about this build because the Mothership Core on its own is going to be really good in defending against Reapers, and as will Stalkers. There's already a second Gateway 2 down that could be pumping out a Stalker of its own. Looking like he's going to go for a sentry, though, as the first Reaper reveals itself. Going to try to take out a couple probes, but going to get forced back pretty easily by the single Stalker. We do indeed have more Reapers coming in, so 4 Reapers building at a time here for Vespasian. And Coda is a very good Reaper map because you can bounce up here, and then you can turn around and come around this end and go into the natural. But there's no natural. Actually, Poizon's going to be remaining on one base, and that's going to make things really hard here for Vespasian to really do anything. Because the Robo Bay is coming down. I mean, if he takes out, or Robo Facility, sorry, if he gets out an Immortal and all these Stalkers and Mothership Core, then this is going to be really hard. But here we go. Reapers coming in to the main. Going to be picking off a sentry very quickly and forcing a Photon Overcharge, but he does lose one of his Reapers for his trouble. And, I mean, yeah, this Mothership Core can just kind of sit out here and spot for this if he really wants to. More and more Reapers, plus 1 attack coming down here for the Reapers. That's going to make them incredibly strong. Once again, losing control of my camera. I really don't know why that's happening. Here, let me show you guys. I can hold the middle mouse button and move things around just nicely. Nice and smooth. And then occasionally, it'll just shoot over to the right side of the map or something like that. And I don't know why that's happening. Reapers coming up here trying to find a hole in the defense here, but until this photon overcharge is done, not really going to be able to get up there. I like this Mothership Core scouting out for where the Reapers are grouping. Not able to find them yet, but going to be able to tell if any of them decide to jump up this way at least. And this Immortal coming out, and this is going to be incredibly hard. We still only have Reapers coming out of Vespasian. He's getting some missile turrets here. I like that just in case DTs come in the mix. And he's trying his darndest to just mass up on Reapers here. Once +1 attack comes, I'll be interested to see how well they do. Because right now he's actually behind in army supply with these Reapers. He's having trouble actually getting into the base and doing any damage. And Vespasian hates to expand. I mean, this would be a good time to expand if you're Vespasian, but he will do anything it takes to not have to expand. So here we go. Going to be able to start, once this, I think once this upgrade finishes, he can start kind of one-shotting these Stalkers. With this many Reapers on the field, he's still making them. Oh, and here come the SCVs. And these are going to buffer. This is a classic Vespasian move. He's going to use them to sort of tank for his Reapers as he tries to get as much damage done as possible. +1 attack will be finishing up right on time. And he's scouting out here trying to see if there's a natural going down, but there isn't. Oh my god, see, right there again. I have no idea why that happened. I'll have to learn. More Stalkers coming in, more Immortals. These Immortals are going to be really hard for the Reapers to kill. And here we go, +1 attack is finished. Reapers going to be coming in, trying to pick off anything they can. Absolutely one-shotting probes, taking out Stalkers in 2 shots it looks like. And backing on out. He's waiting to regroup with his SCVs. He's going to be sending them up the main ramp here. And here we go. Is Poizon going to be able to defend this? Is the question. Up go the SCVs. The Reapers are following behind. Stalkers are dying so fast. Oh my god. Even the Immortals dying incredibly fast. Another photon overcharge gets forced. But Vespasian doesn't care. He's just standing right in it. And actually, even though all the Immortals went down, there's still enough Stalkers on the field to force us back. Sorry, I had to mute my mic there while I coughed up a storm. All this casting is really taking a toll on my throat already. I've been casting game after game today, so taking a toll a little bit, but overall, I mean, I think Poizon is still in a pretty good spot here. He's got a worker lead. More SCVs being pulled here. As Vespasian continues, he leaves a few workers at home so he can continue to make SCVs with that income and continue to support his 4 Reapers at a time. Up they come, looking for whatever they can get. And actually, with Poizon skipping out on the Immortals, and actually seems to be skipping out on the Stalkers, he really hasn't been replenishing his army very well. So this might do enough here as Vespasian's giving it another go, sending the SCVs up and the Reapers to follow. Finally, some more Stalkers warp in, and these Reapers are going to town, going to try to pick off as many of these Stalkers as possible here. And he's got so many Reapers here, he might actually be able to do it. Getting right on top of these Stalkers, going to be 2-shotting them. More Reapers supporting this, actually forcing the probes to be pulled off the line, and so many probes are dying so fast. This is absolutely crazy, these Reapers, what they're able to do. And there is 10 probes left for the Protoss player, but only 1 SCV left, as he's actually just lifted up his command center, and he's going to move it over here to mine from there, as some Zealots have actually been able to make their way in here. I didn't realize there was a proxy pylon here. Zealots able to get in and force the liftoff. But this is going to be pretty easy for the Reapers to deal with, because they're just going to come back and kill off these Zealots. One supply depot going down, and then I think he's going to look for this proxy pylon. I mean, overall, with 0 SCVs for Vespasian, although he will be able to drop down some mules here and get some of that income back, Poizon is still in a pretty good spot. He lost so many Stalkers there, but is your favorite unit Reapers? I've seen Vespasian cheese with all sorts of different units, so it's not just Reapers. But it looks like he's going to come in, and with a couple Marines mixed in, this is actually really smart, because he's going to be able to take out this Mothership Core. Poizon taunting Vespasian a little bit, but not realizing how strong these Reapers really are. Marine's going to try to focus down this Mothership Core. 2 of them is not going to be enough to take it out, but these Stalkers are dying so fast. And more Marines coming in. If he can take out this Mothership Core, that's going to be incredibly powerful for Vespasian. And he's just ramming this through. He is only making Marines now. He doesn't have any more gas to make Reapers because he doesn't want to take time to build reactors over here. Not finding this proxy pylon though. And here come the Reapers back in once again. I think he wants to wait until he can bank up at least a few more Marines so he can take out this Mothership Core. Because as soon as another Photon Overcharge goes down, he's going to have to back out for a long time once again. Picking off these pylons is a good idea. Might as well pick up anything you can here. Force the Stalkers to react and then jump on them with your Reapers. And more Stalkers going down. But some Marines are dying. And another pylon going down here. And Poizon was feeling pretty confident, but I don't know, man. There's the Photon Overcharge, though, and that's going to force Vespasian back into this corner here, and he's not going to be able to leave. Well, I mean, he can leave at the ramp, I guess, but, I mean, he's not really going to be able to engage Poizon anywhere else. Trying to catch some of these Stalkers out of position, and Poizon really doesn't have all that much money to work with now either. So he was going for the Twilight Council. I think he was trying to get up a Dark Shrine. But I don't see it anywhere on the map, so unable to really build that. Yeah, see my games go over 10 minutes and I expand. Yeah, this is not necessarily an expansion, but close enough, I guess. And just waiting, I think, for this Photon Overcharge to pass out, and it does indeed stop now. So Vespasian going to be able to get back in here and do a little bit more damage. An Immortal, I'm not sure is the best choice at this point when your economy is so stunted that you can't really afford much else. I think more Stalkers would be better in this situation, but here we go. Reapers coming in, trying to pick off some more Stalkers. Marines helping out as well. That Mothership Core has to stay incredibly safe. Those Zealots die so fast. Trying to stay out of range here of the cannon, and maybe going to be able to pick off this Robo before the Immortal finishes. Oh my god, that was so close. The Immortal pops out though, and that's going to be incredibly helpful. Vespasian doing his best here, actually picking off the Immortal. He's down to only 3 Reapers and reinforcing still with 4 Marines at a time. There is so many Stalkers here. This Mothership Core going to be able to drop down another Photon Overcharge very soon here. Actually, right now. Can be popping this Photon Overcharge, and most likely will be soon. Maybe going to be able to pick off another pylon here, but there is absolutely no Reapers left in this, and Poizon has weathered the storm, I think. I really don't know if Vespasian has anything left in the tank here. Wow, though, even still, that was a wonderful hold from Poizon. This Twilight Council really not paying for itself yet, but even while he made that mistake and making that, like, I mean, he wanted to go for a Dark Shrine, I'm pretty sure, but just, you know, the pressure was so relentless from Vespasian that he wasn't really able to continue with that. And this game is going to continue. I think that Poizon is in a wonderful spot. I love this expansion over here. If he can get that up and running without any issues, then he's going to be really happy with that. Marines is trying to break down the wall here. And actually, it was pretty smart of Poizon not to pop that Photon Overcharge, because now he's going to have it for a follow-up attack if he needs it. Blink coming down now. 1 base Blink. That 1945 Blink timing is really going to help Poizon out here, as he's going to start mining out soon in his main. Oh, and here we... Oh, okay. It looked like the SCVs were being pulled, and it looks like they actually are. Command Center being pulled as well, as there's a lot of Marines here. They don't have Stim Pack, though. And yeah, I mean, it looks like Vespasian just wants to land in his opponent's natural here. And this is going to be a pretty strong attack. Remember, these guys do have +1, and so does the Protoss player. So here we go. Photon Overcharge being forced here, and Vespasian's just going to have to back out. This is going to be really hard for him to break this. The Stalkers do pretty well against Marines, and especially once Blink finishes, if Poizon can buy some time until then. Oh, that was so cool. He's actually recalling all his probes over to this other base. That was so smart. That was such a good play from Poizon. Going to be able to start mining fully once again from the other side. And now it doesn't matter if this base takes any extra damage because there's no probes here. But Vespasian actually just going to pull back, and he's just going to protect his his base that he's moved all the way over here. Now this observer going to be able to spot that, so doing very well for Poizon here, spotting this this ninja orbital command floating expansion here that's just been moving all over the map. And once again, Vespasian decides to grab all the SCVs. He's got enough of an income, he says, with these 2 mules to be able to move out. And a lot of Stalkers in here. Blink is not quite finished. We'll see here as this battle is going to be pretty tense. The SCV's trying to lead the way here for Vespasian. Backing these Stalkers into a corner, but Blink finishes just in time to be able to get out there. So this base is basically forfeit now, as Vespasian going to be doing all he can to just wipe everything out here. But these Stalkers are now mobile. They can go wherever they want. They're looking... I don't know. Wait. Oh, Poizon actually didn't see this base over here. I assumed that he was able to see it, but I was wrong in doing so. And these Marines are just tearing everything up now. No gateways on this side of the map either. I'm sure he's going to start building them soon here. Dark Shrine going down before the Twilight Council dies. That's going to be incredibly helpful. And Vespasian is just floating all over the place, just moving his base from place to place. These Blink Stalkers found their way across to the other side of the map. Going to start mopping things up on this side. And as everything goes down here on this side of the map for Poizon, he's just going to rebuild it over here. I think, actually, I don't even know if he really... No, wait, you need some gateways, dude. He better start making some gateways on this side if he wants to actually warp in some of these Dark Templar. And at this point, I still have absolutely... Oh, he's got this... yeah, he's got a warp prism too, which is going to be pretty helpful. I still have no idea who's going to win. I think these Blink Stalkers are pretty smart. We need to see some gateways go down. Finally, we see 4 gateways being built over here. But they're on a bit of a timer. Does Vespasian know where that base is? No, he doesn't. And actually, Vespasian is insanely supply blocked, so he cannot even make any more Marines now. Going to be making some engineering bays again over here, probably for some turrets, because I think he really wants to defend against Dark Templar. I'm sorry, guys, if you can hear my cat in the background. She's being incredibly annoying. I forgot to put her away before this cast. And by put her away, I don't mean like put her away. We have a room that the cats do pretty well in whenever they're in heat. So Poizon looking all over the place here for anything. He finds the abandoned reactor. That's going to make him laugh a little bit, realizing that he could have scouted that out early. And Vespasian actually finds the Nexus here. I completely missed that. Pops it off, and these gateways unpowers all of them before anything can get warped in. Oh my god, I completely missed that. That is a huge mistake made by me here, but there is nothing left here for Poizon. No army units on the field, besides these Blink Stalkers, who cannot get over here fast enough. We need to see... Oh, there's pylons over here, though. So with these pylons over here, that gives Poizon at least something to defend. And he spots at this command center now. Oh my god, is this the last... These are the last few buildings for Vespasian, but except for this barracks, which he's floating over here smartly. Most of the time, this would be a really sort of annoying thing to do, but in this actual event where this could win him the game, I have nothing against it. As the command center goes down, these supply depots going down, there's no way that Poizon's going to be able to take out that barracks. And these Marines are on the warpath. They see these pylons here. And Poizon is making a bit of a mistake here. He needs to go defend his only buildings left remaining. But he's not going to be able to make it. He just blinked by accident here. And yeah, that's going to be it. GG. Vespasian actually manages to pull this one out. I think that there was some times there where I really thought Poizon was going to be able to defend against that ridiculous aggression coming from Vespasian. And while watching the Blink Stalkers move around, I completely missed Vespasian jumping on that Nexus and just taking it out so fast. So very well done there from Vespasian. I'm surprised he was able to pull that out. But as you can see, anything can happen in StarCraft. So thanks very much to Vespasian for sending me that replay. It was definitely an interesting game to cast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as I always say, if you have replays, send them to me at gdoggcasey, SC2@gmail.com, and I'll be able to cast those for you. I'm going to go jump into some extra casts now. Hopefully my cat doesn't continue to make noise here. Come here, girl. Nope, she's running away. She doesn't want to say hi. But anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.